The Lake Orion community came together to thank local veterans during a moving ceremony at the Orion Center.
The Orion Art Center offers holiday shoppers an opportunity to find a unique gift for that special someone in your life.
The Orion Area Chamber of Commerce celebrated the grand opening of several new businesses with ribbon-cutting ceremonies.
And Lake Orion High School's Thespians recently offered theater-goers a more mature production under new director Jonathan Kind.
Hello, I'm Stacy Calloway.
And I'm Joey Tysick. We'll have those stories and more on this edition of ONTV News.
As the holiday shopping season kicks into high gear, you may want to consider shopping local to support Lake Orion's small businesses. The Orion Art Center offers an opportunity to find unique gifts to benefit a good cause. On the evening of Thursday, November 16th, the Orion Art Center kicked off its annual holiday market with an opening reception. 23 artists from Lake Orion and its surrounding communities offer a wide variety of paintings, pottery, jewelry, and more.
I think that the gifts that we offer are more personalized gifts. They certainly are one of a kind. And for your special loved ones, your family members, the people that you work with, you're certain to find something here for everyone.
The market's hours are Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday from noon until 6 p.m. and Thursday from 2 to 8 p.m. The market is open until Saturday, December 23rd, with new items coming in over the next several weeks. We spoke to a few of the artists whose work is up for sale.
Oh, it's just spectacular. I mean, it brings the community together. There's a lot of great artists and staff members, beautiful talent here. Really special time of year for the holiday market.
Well, I've been a member of the Orion Art Center for several years. I've lived in the area for 15 years, and I think I started getting active around 5 or 6 years ago. And I heard about the holiday market one year, and I thought that would just be like a fantastic way to get my other stuff out, get some of my stuff out there and be a little more visible. And I did so great the first year that I just keep coming back for more.
I like seeing the take on other artists on their jewelry that they make and the materials that they use. It kind of gives you inspiration to see somebody else's take on the same market that you're doing. I don't see it as competition. I see it as everybody has a different spin on art and the artwork that they're doing. And I actually take pride in looking at other people's creations just to see what they came up with and the techniques that they're using when they're doing their jewelry.
The market will be closed on the 23rd and 24th for the Thanksgiving holiday, but will be open for Shop Local Saturday on the 25th. Shoppers are encouraged to visit the businesses in downtown Lake Orion on that day and are invited to take part in a tree lighting ceremony at the gazebo in Children's Park at 5:30 p.m. For more information, you can call 248-693-4986 or visit orionartcenter.org.
Sunday, November 11th was Veterans Day. The Lake Orion community came together for a moving ceremony held at the Orion Center. Orion Veterans Memorial Chairman Dr. Joe Mastro-Mateo welcomed those in attendance and introduced the event's speakers. The North Oakland Patriotic Band provided musical entertainment. Here are some of the highlights from the event.
Today, people throughout the country will gather together just like us, to remember, to honor, and to pay tribute to veterans who have served our country. Our gathering here this morning is one small spark in the flame of pride that burns across our nation today. It is not a lot, but is one small way we can honor those who have sacrificed so we may live in freedom.
Today we celebrate Veterans Day on this 11th day of the 11th month of the 11th hour. However, on average, 22 veterans today may commit suicide. How many of us were aware of that fact? These are veterans. We are all veterans. And the military teaches us one thing, is to hold it in. In the words of every drill sergeant, non-commissioned officer, an officer that I served under, suck it up, buttercup, move on. We've all heard words of that nature at one point or another in our careers. So we are taught to suck it up and move on. We are never taught to go and take care of ourselves. We are never taught to go and seek the help that we need. And therefore, when we walk the line at the very edge of our life, instead of seeking help, most of the time it is the unfortunate decision that we make to end our lives.
Gracious Heavenly Father, thank you for the privilege of being able to gather once more to express appreciation to our veterans who throughout history have left home and family and sacrificed for the greater good of mankind. Sacrifice is something you, Lord, could identify with more so than any other. Because of the armed services' combined efforts and unselfish love of country, we have been able to enjoy many freedoms and live in peace and safety. Thank you for blessing our country, and please continue to protect us with the many new threats we're facing.
Please remain standing for the gun salute.
Veterans and dignitaries will once again gather at the Orion Center on Thursday, December 7th, for a ceremony commemorating the 76th anniversary of the attack on Pearl Harbor. The event gets underway at 7:30 p.m. Visit OrionVeteransMemorial.com for more information.
One of the perks of joining the Orion Area Chamber of Commerce is a ribbon-cutting ceremony to welcome new businesses to the community. Recently, the Chamber hosted several ceremonies. On Thursday, November 2nd, representatives of the Chamber of Commerce celebrated the official grand opening of Lake Orion Printing and Design with a ribbon-cutting ceremony at their location on Clarkson Road, just west of M24.
You know, the Chamber is hugely supportive of small businesses in the local community, and we couldn't be prouder to be a part of it. They're wonderful people. Kim does such a fantastic job, and I foresee us maintaining that relationship for a really long time.
Formerly known as Greenlight Graphics, Andrea and Matt Martinet came on board about a year and a half ago and eventually took over the business in July of this year, renaming it Lake Orion Printing and Design.
We can print it, we can do it. So we can do banners, we can do signs, postcards, business cards, greeting cards, flyers, apparel, all of those things we can definitely do.
The Martinets also own Oakland County CrossFit, which is conveniently located in the same shopping plaza. For more information on the products and services they offer, visit LakeOrionPrinting.com or call 248-285-9150.
Just 1 week later, Chamber members gathered once again, this time in Oxford.
Okay, you gotta follow what your mother says, right?
On Thursday, November 9th, Chamber members, family, and friends assembled outside of Coldwell Banker Professionals in the Oxford Mills Plaza on M24. The location is the 11th office that the realtor has opened in the Metro Detroit area over the past decade. The first location opened in Lapeer in 2007, but this newest location holds a special place in the hearts of the owners.
You know, anytime you're growing and opening new offices and new locations, that's exciting in and of itself. But then for Oxford Orion, a good portion of us grew up in this area. So it's kind of extra special because like my family went to school here in the Oxford area. I mentioned my parents went through Lake Orion High School. So, you know, we spend all day, every day trying to help people find their home, if you will, in real estate. But for us, this is home. So we couldn't be any more excited about it.
Cutting the ceremonial ribbon was Darlene Hendricks, who is more than a real estate agent at the company.
She's actually my mother, Darlene Hendricks, and so I got into real estate about a decade ago, primarily because of her. And so she's been in real estate now for about 25 years, and you know, is just a terrific realtor, but probably even more than a terrific realtor, she's a great mother.
For more information about Coldwell Banker Professionals, you can call 248-629-1900 or visit coldwellbankerprofessionals.net.
Lake Orion High School's fall theater production recently came to an end, but recently we had a chance to visit the cast during rehearsals. On Monday, we visited the Performing Arts Center at Lake Orion High School, where members of Thespian Troupe 2898 were in the final stages of rehearsal for their fall theatrical production of Almost Maine, a play by John Cariani that is made up of 9 short plays that are connected by the theme of love and loss. Taking on the challenge of directing the play is theater teacher Jonathan Kind. who was hired by the high school in July, making this his first production with LOHS students.
Well, it was actually a very interesting process, seeing that I didn't know any of the students. So coming in completely blind, I had to pick a show that I knew would give me a lot of opportunities to bond with the actors. It would give the actors a lot of opportunities to shine. And really, the way that this show works, there's not any lead roles. There are many, many large parts. But I wanted to pick a show that would challenge the students and would do something to help bind the community together. Because right now, with everything that's going on in our world, we need to focus on what connects people, and everybody has love in their life in some way, shape, or form. And that's what the show's about.
Auditions took place during the second week of the school year. It took about 5 weeks to build the sets, and a total of 8 weeks from auditions to opening night. Despite a large cast, each short play includes only a couple of characters at a time. We talked to some of the actors who described their experience working on the play.
I think it's an interesting production, especially with our new director, Mr. Kind, who's been very supportive and very kind and good throughout this entire experience. I think it's an interesting take on how to put on a first play, and it's different than what I've been used to, but I think it's a welcome change that's very just overall interesting and challenges us as actors.
You know, I was very surprised. There's quite a range of stories in there, from happy to quite heartbreaking, and it's kind of fun to be one of the more heartbreaking scenes and to be a little bit more mature, because it's something I haven't really gotten to do before.
This is one of those shows where you go into it and you kind of know what you think you're going to expect, and then when you come out you're like, wow, that's not what I expected, but I'm still okay with it. And it's just such a nice feeling.
Expect a really great date night. This play is cute, it's funny, it's heartwarming, and at the same time, it can hurt, because that's what love is.
September 29th marked the 10th anniversary of the day 2 Lake Orion High School students were killed in a tragic car crash. A decade later, an annual 5K race continues to honor the memory of the Schroeder brothers. ONTV's Joe Johnson has the story.
On the morning of Saturday, November 18th, dozens of runners and walkers gathered on the grounds of Lake Orion High School for the start of the annual Schroeder Memorial 5K race. At 9:30 a.m., a group made up mostly of children took off on a 1-mile fun run. Then at approximately 10 a.m., the 2017 race was underway. The annual race is run in honor of Josh and Timothy Schroeder, who lost their lives in a tragic car accident in September of 2007. The race is run in November to coincide with Josh's birthday, who would have turned 28 on November 17th.
My sons Josh and Timothy died in a car accident in September of 2007, and we were in financial need at that point. And so the cross-country team got together and said, let's put on a race, a fundraising race for our family. And they did that. And then after that, then we started helping. The next year, we helped a certain family. And then after that, Love Inc. joined us, and we've been glad to sponsor them.
Money raised from registration fees benefits Love Inc., an organization that unites area churches to help those in need. An organization known as Back to the Beach Runners donated $1,500 to the cause.
Well, basically, I know all of the funds from this event do go to support Love Inc., and as they were one of our neighbors in need, that's what our organization does. We help those in our neighborhood who are, coming upon difficult times. We've been in the community for 10 years. We are a clearinghouse, and we partner with churches and service organizations to help those in need. So if a client calls us, or we call them neighbors, if they call us and say, I'm having a problem, making my rent payment, or we have lots of phone calls now for utility payments, what we do is we're able to hook those people up with resources in the community. We're a nonprofit, we're a non-emergency agency, so we don't have funds of our own, but we hook folks up with the resources in the community that they need, and work with our partner churches.
Finishing first overall was Andrew Nolan with a time of 19:05. Andrew is a 10th grader at Lake Orion High School. What made you want to take part in this 5K today?
I've done it for the last few years, and it's just a fun experience. Just do it.
Why do you do it every year? Did you know the family at all? What brings you out?
I didn't know the family, but one of my middle school coaches knew them really well. He wanted all of us to do it, and we've just kind of kept doing it.
That's awesome. The weather's not too bad today. How would you describe the conditions in the course out there today?
It was really wet. There were some giant puddles they kind of had to run through, which made it more fun and stuff, so that was always...
Turn around, let me see your back. Is there... Oh, look. Looks like you're doing some off-road out there.
Yeah. It just made it even better, I guess.
For more information about the efforts of Love Inc. or to make a donation, visit loveinc.org. From Lake Orion High School, this is Joe Johnson reporting for ONTV News.
Thanks, Joe. Before we go, we want to remind our viewers that Friends of the Library's Silent Basket auction is currently taking place at the library until December 2nd. Stop by the library Monday through Thursday until 9 p.m. and Friday and Saturday until 5 p.m. to bid on any of the baskets on display. And that will wrap up this edition of ONTV News. I'm Joey Tysick.
I'm Stacy Calloway. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.